A mouse-friendly mouse trap. Yes, it has happened to me. I have mice. I don't know how it got there. Probably after a storm, a mice or mouse, multiple mice. One mouse has been lost its his or her own way, and so there are several ways you can get rid of mouse. Of course, the old-fashioned way, which is a mouse trap, piece of wood, and there is a metal, and the smart mice will figure out there is something and just bypass it. And once in a while, a mouse goes in there and then splash, and then blood everywhere, and just like a whole mess. But there is another reason why that I avoided those kind of traps is that every time if you catch something, you have to throw away your investment. So the small old mouse traps that cost still a couple of dollars or euros, and when you catch something, you have to throw away the trap, and you lose your you use the trap. And this is something I found online, and these things you can find them from all kinds of places. And I recently caught a mice, and I thought, hey, that it does work. So I wanted to share with you. The principle is it is very simple and very interesting design. And as a designer, I am fascinated by elegant design solutions that are just timeless and work for a really long time. And what you see here is there is a chamber with oxygen holes, and the mouse can walk like this, and then it will smell a piece of chocolate or peanut butter, cheese, whatever you put in and there is, as you can see, there's a holes there. So the mice will smell something and wants to go towards the chamber where there is the peanut butter and chocolate. And as he moves in this chamber, as you can see, there is he has to move towards here, and here there is a tiny leverage piece where the weight of the mouse is enough to while the mouse is here, to close the door behind him. And I will simulate that. I have to remove this part first. And so if the mice moves like through here, goes inside and goes somewhere there, look what happens. The door behind him closes, and then you have a mouse stuck in this chamber that can run both sides, and it cannot eat something, so it's even safe for you're not going to poison anything. So the mouse can just walk free, and then you can bring the whole thing into your nearest natural forest, bush or whatever, and then you can open the door and the mice, which is very afraid there, will just walk out and say, "Thank you very much, sir. I will now go to my wife and kids." And it will walk out with his luggage and pay the final rent of the month, and then it will walk free. And most importantly, your investment, your mouse trap, is in perfect order. In worst case, there are going to be some poop here, and then you can clean it up with hot water, and you have your mouse hotel ready again. So I wanted to share this beautiful, elegant design that you see everywhere online these days. And apparently it took humanity several thousand years for some designer to come up with this idea, which I respect a lot. It is simple, it is tiny, it is small, it's reusable, and you don't lose your investment because these traps will last a lifetime. Yes, it will cost a couple of bucks more than the old-fashioned, wooden piece with the metal, which is like a piece of garbage, and you still relatively you pay too much for those. So I would advise to save a little bit more and buy yourself a reusable mousetrap that you can use for 100 years, and just by cleaning it, and you can put fresh peanut butter or chocolate. I'm using peanut butter and chocolate, but what do you think? Because I found out if you put a piece of cheese there, the cheese will dry out, and the mice, like humans, says, thank you very much, I'll pass. So what would you put as bait for your mouse-friendly mouse trap? I'm curious. Put it in the comments. You can subscribe if you find this discussion interesting. And what would you use, and what would you recommend as the best mouse bait to trap and send them back to the forest? See you.